Hey, now today I'm excited here at Riley Photos because I've got my hands on the new Viltrox 75mm F1.2 lens, the pro lens. Everybody's been talking about it, everybody's been waiting for it, everybody's trying to buy it. It's really hard to get at the moment, but we've got one. Really excited to see what all the fuss is about. Let's get on with it. So, Viltrox. I haven't used one of these before. I've used Viltrox lights, you might have seen those on the channel. But I asked them for some lenses to review, but they said we weren't a big enough channel.
Surprising.
They didn't want us to review lenses. So, what we've done is we've bought our own. Well, Paul has. And why did you buy that? Did you buy that just because you wanted to help Viltrox out with a review?
No, I wanted a really fast telephoto.
Wanted a fast telephoto.
And at the price, it's unbeatable.
How much was it?
435.
435 for a 1.2 lens. That doesn't make any sense, does it? So, is it worth it? Is it worth that 435?
It's worth well over that. It's beautifully built.
Yeah.
Dustproof, waterproof, and very sharp.
Very sharp. It's the pro version, look.
Yeah.
Okay.
First of the pros.
Okay. Oh, so this is the very first one of the pro series. What's the difference? Is it the glass or is it the
Bit of everything, I think. Slightly better made.
The waterproofing? Do you think?
Yeah. It's sealed and everything, so
okay,
that's what you pay for.
And I mean, it is a bit of an old beast. I mean, it looks great, metal, chunky, big, nice, firm aperture ring, everything that you'd want to feel confident out there that no electronics were going to go amiss. The autofocus for you?
Yes, it's plenty fast enough. Yeah, no trouble.
You didn't find any difference between the Fuji and the Zeiss lenses and this lens?
I should say that's about an average Fuji lens. So some of them, such as the 50-140, is very fast. But it's plenty fast enough. But you've got to be careful anyway when you're at 1.2.
Yeah.
You've got to really make certain you're focusing correctly.
It looks great. It feels great. But what are the pictures like?
They're great.
Well, let's have a look, shall we, at some of the pictures that we took. Just literally had half an hour with this. Paul's a busy man, and and he brought this over for us to see some sample pictures with. So we've just been out with it. What do you think? Judge for yourself. So we start off with a super high contrast image. This lighting unit on a Mini. It's done a good job of the contrast. It's super sharp look. Everything that you'd expect. Let's move on to the next. And look at that water. It looks like ice. It is crystal. It is so sharp. So sharp. Again, doesn't disappoint. Let's move on to another picture in the garden. And this time we're shooting something further away. And I look at this picture and I think to myself, I must finish painting that shed. Joking apart, it's sharp, isn't it? It's it's that. This isn't what this lens is good at, though, is it? Things. This is what this lens is good at. Bokeh, in close. This is at 1.2 on the f-stop, and wow, look at it. It's just incredible, isn't it? Beautiful, and I've used it here on some bluebells. Look. And with the super shallow depth of field that this gives you, depth of focus is just, differential focusing is brilliant. Let's have a look at it here. Now, obviously, this is quite a long way away. Not a close-up, but you can see how the f-stop's making a difference with that background. Zoom in just a little bit, and you can see with that 1.2 f-stop, you've got that really blown away background, even on a full-length shot. And the 5.6, that's what you'd be getting with a cheaper lens. The exposure's fine, no problem at all, but you're not able on a full-length shot to blow the background away like you can with the 1.2. On our way to the canal to see how good it is. Look at that. Look at those dafts. They're nice, aren't they?
Lovely.
I reckon What about if you did a spot reading on that white there? Should send everything dark.
We'll do that.
Okay, right, go on, give it a go.
Yeah.
Got a couple of pictures he's going to...
Okay, here we go. 1.2.
1.2.
Normal.
And you're on spot?
Spot now.
Spot metering.
Okay.
And there it is. There's Paul's picture at f1.2, throwing the background out on that little white daffodil. That's beautiful, isn't it? Looks really, really good. But then he did some spot metering. What did that look like? Have a look. Wow, that makes such a difference, doesn't it? Spot metering, of course, just taking the reading from the light on those white petals, sends everything in the background dark. And the lens just about takes everything in his stride, doesn't it? Look at that, nice and sharp. Here are some pictures of an old canal boat. As you can see, the different apertures. F2, look, that looks pretty good to me. And on this one, they do say F2 is the sweet spot of this lens, Paul's. Just taking that picture, look of those canals over there. But the one thing it can't do, look, what I've got here is the wide shot. This isn't a landscape lens, really. I can do pictures like that and get all the background in. You're stuck with your 75mm. It's quite a zoom, really, and it's not it's not really a landscape lens. Look at those ducks. It managed to catch those though. Look how sharp they are. Brilliant. So let's really put it to the test with some eye detection on now. F11, everything's sharp. F5, 6. Yeah, nice. It's really, really sharp. F2, it's starting to get really, really into its own, isn't it? Oh, I like that. That all the way wide open. That is crystal sharp. Let's really zoom in. You can have a really good look here. That F11 is the softest there, isn't it? It's almost backwards, isn't it, to what we are used to traditionally expecting. But that 1.2 and that F2 there, they're the sweet spot, aren't they? They really, really are. Even the 5.6 I don't think is keeping up with that F2. So what did you think? Putting those pictures up there, they looked sharp, didn't they? They looked frighteningly sharp. I just can't believe this lens, and I can't believe that it was just £435. It beggars belief. I mean, just such quality, the images, but it was a big old beast. You know what, everything else is getting smaller, this seems to be getting bigger. You know, 75mm, that's what, about 110 is it? You know, when it's on a full frame camera. At 1.2, that's a great portrait lens, isn't it? Great interview lens as well. I wouldn't want to be carrying this around for any length of time. You know, maybe if I was traveling around, if I was on location kind of thing. But horses for courses. It's a bitingly sharp lens, and it does make you want one, doesn't it? Hey, and if you think that lens was good, you need to click this film and see this Fuji 100 to 400mm. An amazing zoom.